everybody, it's your boy Keith Saint back on your screens with another Greenville video. Guys, today we'll be talking about a pretty interesting topic. Should you or should you not buy supercars, sports cars, all the same? Should you buy them, yes or no? Now, supercars, sports car, for example, this GT500 I own in the game. I love this thing. Freaking fast, fun to drive, looks freaking amazing. But are supercars a good buy? Yes or no? Now, this is a very interesting question because it's not a flat out yes or no, honestly. But there's also more, and there's more against buying supercar in this game and sports cars like the GT500 than there are things saying, hey, why not give in, buy one? You know, there are, and we're gonna go on to the reasons. So, the first reason we're gonna talk about is resale value. As you guys know, when you buy a vehicle in the game, you get 87% of its value, right? So when you buy, again, this obviously doesn't matter what car you buy. Whenever you sell a car, you lose money unless you put on custom rims, which gives you the game money. But supercars tend to have, supercars, hypercars, and even sports vehicles like the GT500 here, horrible resale value. I mean, for example, right? The GT500 in the game cost $81,000 something. So it is around the same price as a SRT or Hellcat Durango, basically, right? It's like 1,000 or a little less than 1,000 short of being the same price, but nonetheless, here's the reason. So if I go here, right? If I go on this trash can button right here, and I go to my GT500 and click on it, right? Now, ignore the plus $6,000. Ignore that. You paid $81,000. You're only getting $70,549 back. You're losing. You are losing at least 10 to 11 grand. You're losing. And even with the extra $6,000 you see here, the rims I have, it's only $76K. So you're again. When it comes to resale value, supercars and sports cars like the GT500 are horrible. That's one of the reasons why you probably shouldn't buy one, unless, now honestly, if you're like if you're like some of the Greenville YouTubers like Vuxury or LG Splash or Blubber and have a lot of in-game money, even Wanny Gaming have a lot of in-game money. You know, I mean, I have a lot of in-game money. I only have 91K, but again, look at the amount of cars I have in the game. If I sold all my cars in the game, I would have at least well over $300,000. So, and again, another vehicle here. For example, this vehicle was like 80,000 or something like that, right? I'm getting 70K back. So these like fast cars and stuff, so the resale value are not, basically supercars and sports cars like the GT500 and the SRT Hellcat Charger, from a resale value standpoint, are not wise investments, because unless you put $100,000 rims or $10,000 rims, you get at least the same amount you paid for. And again, in order to do that, you have to spend even more in-game money. All right, so we're gonna take out the put on custom rims. Without any custom rims, supercars are honestly, because again, let's say you want to get, okay, for example, let's reset. Let's sports, right? Sports, right? Let's say you're like, Nate, I want this Lamborghini Aventador. Let's say you want this thing, right? Decent supercar. Now, is this a good buy? Well, if you pay, and again, remember, you're spending $875,000. Now, you're going to lose a decent amount of in-game money. And again, I've seen what the more expensive the vehicle is, the more you lose. And again, in order to up the value of it when you sell it, you have to spend even more in-game money. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. But let's move on to reason number 2, shall we? So let's move on to reason number 2. So at reason number 2, we shall talk about it. So at reason number 2, we'll talk more about it. So the second reason why, reasons why you should not buy a sports car or any fast car in this game, honestly, overall, is the reputation. Now, don't get me wrong. The GT500, the Charger I'm in right now, I have spawned right now, Ventadors, Zondas, Bugatti, Veyron, all these Hypercars in the game are Tesla Roadsters. They're not horrible cars, right? They're fast, they're fun. Some of them Tetris is a little bit bland for my taste, but overall, Hypercars are nice looking vehicles that go really fast. Again, the problem with buying a Hypercar in the game, almost paying a boatload of in-game money, is reputation. Alright? Okay, so back in like Greenville version 3, before the event came out, like the early days of Greenville version 3 to the mid days of Greenville version 3, Supercars were actually looked upon as like, wow, amazing. Whoa, even Hypercars, like, whoa, like, it's cool, you know, it's cool, it's swag, let's go, man. You know what I mean? But now, I mean, in current Greenville, the way it is now, Supercars and Hypercars are honestly not looked upon as amazing. Not looked upon as these amazing, awesome machines. Because the reason for that is because one thing I noticed, one of the things I've noticed over the past months, weeks, the amount of bad supercar drivers I've seen have been getting worse. Alright? The problem with supercars is the reputation. Supercars are not the problem. But the thing is, because there's so many bad drivers, so many toxic players own supercars and hypercars in the game, it kind of puts a bad taste in some people's mouths. Like, I like hypercars, supercars, but if I see a Lamborghini driving down the road in this game, am I going to be impressed? No, I'm not going to give a crap about you. Now, if I see a big, awesome pickup truck, am I going to be in awe? Heck yes. But if I see a freaking Lamborghini, I'm not going to give a crap, right? And it's because when you think of a supercar in this game, the first thing that comes to your mind is a freaking idiot driver swerving over the road, constantly hitting stuff, and it's like probably like 5 years old or something, right? That's probably what you think of most of the time, right? And it's that so many bad, and again, there are good supercar drivers, right? I have seen outstanding, amazing supercar drivers in this game. I have seen them for myself, but there's not a lot of them, and part of it is also a lot of supercar I've seen a lot of these hypercar drivers and stuff very toxic. They like to brag about the cars. Ooh, I'm rich, you're poor, my car's better than yours. They love to brag and stuff, and all that combined really basically paints supercars, hypercars in this game in a very bad image. Because honestly, when I think of a hypercar in this game, I don't think of a really cool driver driving this Lamborghini down the road, you know, and just driving. I think of, when I think of supercars in this game, the first thing that comes to my mind: bad driving, toxic players going, you know, bragging about their supercar. Look at me, that's like literally that's one of the first things I think of, because you come across it so often, and it's that really puts, you know, in a bad light. So I think that's basically, those are the main reasons why you shouldn't buy a sports hypercar, even a sports car like this Health Charge over here. But some of the reasons to buy one is they're cool, they're fun, you know, and they're just super cool cars. And a lot of them, especially the GT500 for a, you know, sports car, or even even a Lamborghini, some of them are like, especially the Lamborghini Evo, a convertible, are actually really solid, really good daily driver sports cars. Especially the Lamborghini, I think Evo it is convertible, Huracan Evo convertible. I've driven it before, right? It's actually a really good daily driver supercar. It really is. But a lot of people drive like crazy in it. So people don't, you know, and that's why another reason why you shouldn't buy a supercar hypercar especially is RP servers. If you guys go to a lot of RP servers, basically a lot of RP servers, almost all supercars and hypercars are basically banned. Basically, unless you're in a public server, most of the time you can't use them because they're banned. Like legit. I think it was a roleplay server I'm in, Bella's roleplay server I'm in, right? When the update came out for the ADR 8, when that update came out, like literally the day after it came out, and they put up the ban cards from this update. Most of it was all the supercars and fast cars are banned. So a lot of times you can't use them. You can't use them because they're basically, almost all of them are always banned in RP servers. You know, and occasionally you come across and servers where you don't ban them, but then at the same time FRP will be possible, you know. So those are the main reasons why you should not buy one. Don't get me wrong, I love supercars. I love hybrid cars in this game. I think they are some of the best fun driver cars you can buy in this game. but they have a bad reputation from bad drivers to toxic players to, again, you can't really use them anywhere else other than the public server most of the time, because most RP servers just ban list as many Supercars, Hypercars as they can in the game. Just ban list so many of them, so you can't really use them. So again, especially the Supercars are like $2 million, or Hypercars are like $2 million. You know, you're paying $2 million for a vehicle that, you know, most of the time, most of them crappy handling, and you can't use it. It's in a public server, you can't use it most of the time. Because if you have a Zonda R, I am telling you right now, 90% of hyper servers you might go to, 90% of them don't have that car banned, so you won't be able to use it. So you pay all this in-game money to get crappy resale value. You're not getting a lot of in-game money back. You're losing a lot of in-game money. Bad reputation. You won't be able to use it that much unless you're in a public server. It's just overall, Supercars in this game are a cool investment, but not an appealing investment in the car in this game. A lot of people will not look on you like, wow. They look at you like, get out of here. Like Supercars are basically not cool anymore, honestly, in my opinion, right now in the game, because so many bad drivers drive them. They're not cool. You know, people, when you look at it, it's like, whatever. But if you look, see this really cool, you know. I mean, again, when they added the new Gamera or whatever, it was a lot, you know, people were cool. You know, it was cool. You know, you saw videos like Buckstray in a video on it, how he bought and he loves it. But overall, my friend has one, but you don't see a lot of people like driving it, even if they can afford it. You don't see a lot of it all the time because, again, they're not. Hypercar Supercars are not looked upon in this game as cool, right? You know, so that's why I think Supercar. Why you should. The reason why you shouldn't buy a Supercar. However, keep in mind there are good. I want to give a special shout out to all the good Supercar drivers, Hypercar drivers that play this game who actually drive responsibly. Shout out to y'all. You guys deserve all the love in the world because there's not a lot of you, and a lot of you don't get the appreciation you deserve. So, and if there's anyone watching this video that plays Greenville and has a Supercar and is actually a good Supercar driver, I want you guys to put hashtag thank you to those people because we need more good Supercar drivers. I wish Supercars and Hypercars had a amazing, overly positive reputation in this game, but sadly they have the opposite, totally negative. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if not already. Drop a like, comment, share. See all you guys in the next video. Peace!